Alright guys, sr20, stock bottom end. We're gonna assemble this. The heads. A head. Used to LS, my bad. Cams. All the good shit. We got a full trans, harness, everything just to throw it into the car and be ready. So this is the start of the sr20 build.
Alright, so we've got an upgraded timing chain kit. Let's see here, how are we gonna do this here? It's got the metal skeleton with the plastic liner. That's the new ones you'll still receive if you were to buy a timing kit. It's not the plastic skeleton anymore. So we're gonna slap this baby on. See here.
I don't remember the size of the
right here.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah. Alright. Let's see if we can see this here. On your timing chain. Oh god. Let's see here. You have different colored links that you will line up with the dots on the cam sprocket as well as the crankshaft. So you cannot mix that up. Pure idiot proof.
Yep. You just match it up to the dots.
Oh, hey, look, we're not on top dead center.
Yep. You also want to make sure you top dead center. Good thing to know.
I might need the monkey wrench.
The monkey wrench.
It ain't been spun in a while. Yeah, this is a good build.
We do things as we go. Alright. So we got top dead center, center one. A little timing mark up here on the gear. Should be sitting at 12 o'clock? Yeah, 12 o'clock. So, piston all the way fuck up. Mark 12 o'clock. So that's how you know top dead center. So you take your little chain and you will have, obviously you should be able to tell within the different links and all that, and the one that's a different color, you put that at the bottom, and it should have a mark down there at the bottom as well, I believe.
Yep, you don't fuck up the start.
Put this shit on backwards.
Nah, I just gotta put the timing chain on first.
Alright, so got a top dead center, be a mark.
Your keyway.
Yep, keyway, and then should be a mark on the bottom. So before you put your special tensioner bracket, whatever you call it, guide, you want to put your chain on because it's going to be a pain in the butt to put the chain on with it there. I'll be surprised if you do it with it on there. So we'll go ahead and put the chain on. And you can do it with one person, but it's a lot easier to do it than maybe two people, unless you know what you're doing. So you take it, guide up there on the little dial, keyway, maybe whatever the hell you call it. Install your guide, which is a 6 mil, or at least that's what it is working with ours.
Screws in.
Boom. So that's the first part of putting your chain on. You may be able to put the chain on before the head and the front cover. So this is probably the most easy way to get it on there.
Alright.
If you get bored, cold, or tired, you're welcome to come in, but you're gonna have to take off all that nasty shit and wear.
And if you go in, you ain't playing.
Motherfucking blue hair.
Bitch.
Thanks, CB.
She got tired of Carol Baskin.
I had to get rid of the Carol Baskin shit. It ain't the Tiger King.
Shit me.
I got a bunch of pussy. Great thing? Oh, this is recording.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah?
Alright, so yeah, make sure you clean your surfaces before you put your front cover on.
Yeah, basically just make sure shit don't leak. You don't want your shit to leak. Because when you apply the silicone or whatever RTV, you don't want it to be applied to something that is extremely oily. It will not seal properly. So just clean your shit. Period. End of story.
Science.
True. Alright. Get some silicone going here. Oh.
You don't want to overuse this shit.
Yeah, by no means. Got it.
And that's also the noise you want to hear whenever you pull out.
True story. Alright.
Hey, which timer do I pay attention to? The one that you put on the microwave or the one on the oven?
With the microwave, you check to see if the pizza's good. And if the pizza's not good, then you wait for the time on the oven. Science. Alright. So you want to lay a fine ass dime on this motherfucker.
Yeah. Something like that. This nozzle's cut a little bit too big.
Yeah, but you can always wipe off the excess. Words are hard sometimes, guys. I'm sure some of y'all feel me on that, but
Now, I will say, give me a second here.
boom.
Okay, now I will say, that portion right there, that one right there, you don't want to get silicone all up in there. That is your main feed. If you get silicone in there, you're going to have some issues with your oil pump.
Yep.
So,
And you want to also make sure that you have the O-ring.
yeah, do not forget that O-ring.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to send it. She ain't the prettiest.
And they also have these little dowels that are nice because they're beveled or bezeled, whatever word you want to call it. And they'll go right on, tap it, take your bolts.
Start threading them babies in.
Now, is there a cure time that we need to wait before torquing, or?
No, not necessarily. I mean, a lot of people have different ways of doing it, but
True.
I've never had an issue with putting it all together, torque it down, being done. Technically, if you read the back of the package, I believe it says something like, give it 15 minutes or so, I don't know. Give it so many minutes and then retighten them back down, blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah.
I myself personally have never done that. But if you want to be proper about it, there are directions on the back of the package on how to use it. So
But that's as simple as done a little bit of RTV. Or,
yeah, a little bit goes a long way, by the
yeah.
way.
You definitely don't want to overload it because then you'll get gunk inside of it and then it'll get into all the goodies that likes to spin really fast when
It's not needed.
yeah. Oh, also a tip is your timer chain, once you get it centered up on the crank, you want to make sure that, I mean, you can zip tie it to hold it in place. You don't have to, but it helps. Also, the engine is very good beer holder.
True
if
story.
you're about that. So, trying to think of any other tips to make sure your cylinder walls don't get all rusty and gunked up. You want to oil. You don't want an excessive amount of oil, but you want to dip your finger in, lube up the walls, all that kind of shit. First startup, it might smoke, but this is to prevent any rust and damaging the rings, that kind of stuff, and making an easy flow for the pistons on the cylinder walls. Because if you got rust up there, then it can hurt some stuff. But yeah, you just tighten them.
You don't want to over tighten them. It's aluminum.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
That's all there is for the front cover.
Yep. Clean up some RTV.
Alright, so we're about to put the oil pan on.
Yeah.
Make sure you clean the surfaces. Just the same as before. You're not going to get a seal. Also, you don't want to overdo your gasket maker, RTV, whatever you use. It doesn't need much. Just the same little small beads. The main thing is to make sure it's clean. Like, you can see very tiny dot from the front cover, but it's super, like you can't even feel it. Like, that's how much you want on there. Like, you don't want to act an excess amount. Like, there's nothing that's gonna make it leak, essentially. But stock bottom end looks fairly clean.
Stock SR. Can't complain. We're gonna see what she can do.
Yeah, I mean we're not gonna throw a crazy amount. I mean, shit's not wiggling. I mean, wiggling more than what it needs to. But yeah, just make sure surfaces are clean. You can, after you take a razor blade, clean it, spray part, rub it down. Just make sure it's as clean as it can be. And you can just yeah. You just don't want to go overboard with your razor blades. You don't want to make any gouges, any of that kind of crap in there. You just want to make sure that it's smooth as can be. And make sure you rub your ass on there and you ain't gonna get no spurs.